on the real side.
That's not love.
It is.
Love.
Snakes in the grass, so I stay on the pavement. Survive the battle with animals and cavemen, and dead animals and dead men. I'm all in, and my only friend is amen. Keep your mouth closed. You wanna know why you die? The answer's right under your nose. Exposed to the street, in the game I don't cheat. I just play my position, get MVP. I get money, don't shit come free. It's my life and I run it even with numb feet. Keep my business in my pocket, don't wash with bleach. And I never show my hand, not even to me. You see,
That's not love. That's not love.
look, as the crooked world revolves, love spelled backwards is evolve. And evil spelled backwards is live or live. And when death comes, you better have lives to give. I spit that real talk like knives to ribs. And rats die ugly, die with kids. These niggas is stitching and still living. I hope my words are like razors to them bitches. Niggas pretend like they there to the end, but when they go down, they fuck around and beat them. That blood look familiar when it's leaking. If you're scared, go see a deacon, nigga. That ain't love.
That's not love. That's not love.
Now it's ended down to David Aldridge standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, Cavs head coach Tyronn Lue hired midway through last season. First-time head coach, he played 11 seasons in the NBA and won 2 championships with the Lakers and spent 6+ seasons on the bench as an assistant coach. LeBron James said there's nothing that he hasn't seen. He's played for Phil Jackson, he's coached with Doc Rivers, he's been all over, so he has experience. Evan?
Thanks, DA. Certainly a lot expected of everybody in Cleveland. An excellent matchup at the center position tonight. Brent, do centers take it as personal challenges when they are in that marquee matchup with the name as big as theirs?
I think they do, Kevin, but with the way the game is played nowadays, I think it gets a little frustrating for centers because we often don't see teams just pounding it down into the block or finding guys in the post. So the way that they have to impact the game isn't the way that we're used to in the 70s and 80s with huge scoring outputs. It's more about offensive rebounding, great screen setting, and shot blocking.
They're so hard to officiate, too. Sometimes they don't know what they can and cannot do from night to night.
And the fact that the game is so spread out, all of a sudden when centers are in the middle of all that action and it looks physical, maybe more fouls get called because we're just not used to seeing that much banging going on in the middle.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sharpshooters Irving and J.R. Smith are the backcourt duo. LeBron and Love, the 2 superstar forwards. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. That's going to put Mason Plumlee at the free throw line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson. Mason Plumlee, 6'11", very athletic, but despite that, he's not a big-time rim protector.
No, but he is very mobile, and if he can get his body in front of guys who are attacking the rim, he can certainly be a disturbance in there. You ask the scouts, he's improved quite a bit defensively over the past couple seasons.
Now, here's Aminu. And Turner kicks to Lillard. From downtown, again the miss by Lillard. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Love outside. Those 3-pointers off the mark. For Portland, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Lillard against Irving. Lillard, the pass to Plumlee. Lillard outside. Just 5 on the clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. A 3. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
That's still staggering out of the blocks here. 1 for 5.
Irving with a clean look. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Irving's got himself on the board with 3 there.
there's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Well, good hand-eye coordination, but he could only get the deflection very close.
Lillard.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Lillard again missing.
Well, he's seen it before where he can light it up with the best in the league, but right now, he just does not have the touch.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball. And Kyrie Irving, an incredible ball handler, maybe the best in the league. You know what? He may be the best ball handler ever. I mean, he's just so deceptive. He gets wherever he wants, when he wants. And then you couple that with his ability to shoot the basketball, he just puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense.
Here is Love. Al-Farouq Amino picking up that last basket. Irving against Lillard. Dishes it to Aminu. Down low. Here's Turner. He hits it from 9. Turner's got his first basket. And an interesting tidbit about Kyrie Irving. He said he used to dribble his basketball with a plastic bag around it to make his feel for the ball even better. I like that.
Left no stone unturned.
Exactly,
I mean, he used to play every day after school from 4 to 10 p.m. When did he study? I mean, that's the kind of
Duke.
Yeah, that's the kind of obsessive dedication that gives you a chance to play at the highest level.
Now McCollum following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. McCollum dishes to Turner. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Inside, here's Thompson. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
He really could time those perfectly. What an assist.
For the Trailblazers, Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Plumlee. Noah Vonleh comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And Krebs subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Channing Frye's checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. Ramon Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Williams in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Shumpert, and stolen by Vonleh. Here's Crabbe, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And being primarily a 3-and-D guy, Crabbe's opportunities at the line can be rare, but great job of drawing the foul there. Well, Allen Crabbe was a go-to scorer at Cal, but I remember a scout saying that he plays defense in a tuxedo. I'm not sure if that was meant as a compliment. Crabbe is making some major strides on the defensive end, though, and with continued minutes, we've seen continued confidence. A good 3-and-D type player who's still emerging.
Now here's Lillard. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
And Shumpert kicks to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And Crabbe making more hustle plays, trying to earn his keep.
Well, you want to see where he's gotten better. Watch his feet. Defensively, dramatically improved in that area. So being a two-way player, that's an asset.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
The Trailblazers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
A much improved free throw shooter from when he first came into the league. Vonleh is that big you'd prefer not to send to the line.
Shumpert passes to Thompson. Williams dishes to Thompson. Picked by Williams. And here's Frye for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Frye's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Turner kicks to Lillard. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Damian Lillard most dangerous from the perimeter, but he's really worked on his finishing inside.
He's a superior athlete, so he's learning right now how to get his shot off on the inside with all the length and athleticism of an NBA big man. He's working on that floater, finishing through contact. I think he's making big strides. He's getting more and more confident in that area.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
The pass to Vonleh. Takes a three. Here's Azili. Poked away. Taken away by Williams. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And too long on the shot. Trailblazers trail by 8. Grab the pass to Lillard. With 1 on the clock, and the release was before the buzzer. And we got a chance to hear from LeBron.
I go back and I'm able to, read.
I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't. But he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
We welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Well, they snuck out to the lead partly because of the play calling, largely because of the execution.
Lillard and McCollum, the explosive backcourt pair. Myers Leonard is out there with Mo Harkless. And it's Aminu in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And this Blazers team, although dynamic offensively, defense is where they have the most room to improve. Don't get me wrong. They weren't awful there, but that's got to be a little bit more of their focus.
Now here's McCollum. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. On the wing, Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And the Cavaliers lead by 15.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line. You talk about the Blazers defense. Brent, where specifically do they need to improve?
Well, there's probably two areas, Kevin, where you can be much better. First off is just positional defense, where you have guys in the right spot on possessions just to make them difficult for the offensive team. And then the second part about that is no cheap, reaching, easy fouls. Those are just bailout possessions that help out your opponent.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, LeBron James has stepped up over the years, both on and off the court. Of course, he plays with that reckless abandon, but off the floor, he's been very involved and vocal about social issues. And more dramatically, he entrusted his marketing empire to his childhood friends. LeBron recalled, people called it the worst decision ever. All this to 3 guys who didn't finish college. We got dirt thrown on all of us, but I always believed in him.
Come on, let's go. We need everyone paying attention when Kyrie is on the floor. He's having too much success attacking us from the
Role game in the NBA, Kevin, is everything on offense. Whenever a possession breaks down, of course, as the shot clock winds down, you're going to find a ball handler and a screener. And some of the best in the business reside on the West Coast. I think about Chris Paul, and I think about Damian Lillard being able to operate out of those pick and rolls with great effectiveness.
Good example. Here's McCollum following the basket by LeBron James. Dunleavy kicks to LeBron, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
And LeBron James, a 4-time MVP, widely considered as the best basketball player in the world. The last few seasons, though, Steph Curry has called that into question. What do you think, Greg?
Well, listen, Steph Curry's amazing, but I think you look at the overall impact on the game, I'd still give a slight edge to LeBron James. He does everything from rebounding like a forward to scoring like a wing to passing like a point guard.
Irving can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 13. And Turner kicks to Aminu. Back to Turner. The 8-footer. That shot misses. Great D that time from Irving. James kicks to Irving. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 4 assists in the game.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
And sometimes it's about your teammates moving to give you those opportunities. He's found holes in the defense.
A different look now for Cleveland. Channing Fries checked in for Love. And Jefferson subbed in for Mike Dunleavy. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. Here's Irving. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Irving's got 9 points in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
That one goes in.
Yeah, we've seen highlights of the deep threes, and we know he can get to the rim, but McCollum's mid-range game, well, that's something special. Impressive there.
It's stolen by Aminu. McCollum outside. He kicks to Plumlee. Right side Davis. 5 to shoot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, Ed Davis had a father who played in the NBA for 10 years. That does not mean that he did not work hard to get to this position. Bounced around early on in his career and buried in Memphis despite putting up good numbers when he had the chance. Nice to see him flourish in Portland.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Azili's checked in for Plumlee. Vonleh comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. And Krabs subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Portland with the ball. It's a 16-point game. And the Blazers signing Davis for 3 years and $20 million going into last season. Brent, that was a great pickup.
Well, he's pretty stoked to be in Portland. The coach trusts him and the values of his game, and he's a good teammate. He also loves some good food, Kevin. He's like you. Portland certainly has that.
Now here's Shumpert. Outside Williams. A rebound by Azili.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Crab, no good. Cleveland leading by 16. Here's Williams. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Shot clock at 5. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Shumpert. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Lillard's checked in for Ed Davis. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Lillard against Williams. And that one's good. Lillard.
Yeah, Lillard has that sneaky wingspan there and knifes inside for the bucket.
Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Offensive rebound. Here's Williams. And the rejection by Azili. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Kicks it to Shumpert. Outside Williams. There's the 3. That shot, no good.
Oh, that's a...
And we've reached...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He ended up with 15 points and 1 rebound. He had a very shaky performance in their last game, but it has not affected him at all tonight. What a tremendous... That concludes our halftime.
Welcome back. Downtown Portland looking spectacular tonight from the air. Such a scenic location here in Oregon. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
Well, none of the defenders can stay with him in one-on-one situations. Even the team defense breaks down if he's in attack mode.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. Smith and LeBron filling out the wings. And it's Irving at the one spot.
See, that's such an advantage right there. At his height, it's criminal to have that much range.
And Blazers coach Terry Stott's doing a great job. Brent, his team has overachieved in recent seasons.
I'm not sure if it's overachieved because they've had some tremendous talent. But the interesting part about Terry Stotts is try to find him taking some of the credit for what's gone on there, and you just won't. He's just giving guys great opportunities. He's given those guys defined roles, and each one has stepped up for him.
Aminu dishes to Plumlee. And a wide open look for McCollum. Nailed from three-point land. McCollum's got 8 points.
Great fundamentals and mechanics on the catch and shoot. McCollum needs just the tiniest bit of space to get that release off.
The screen from Thompson. Here's James. That shot off, and the Trailblazers going the other way. Turner passes to Lillard. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Becoming more of a factor these days on the offensive end. Aminu, once the 8th overall player taken in the draft, getting to the line a little more often. And Al-Farouq Aminu, definitely a fit with this Blazer team as they move towards the younger players. He is just 26 years of age. He is a high-energy glue guy and has proven his worth at that position.
Now here's Irving. He's got 17. Shoots it up. Aminu grabs the miss.
He looked like he was in rhythm to shoot that one, guys, especially as open as he was. Just clanged it.
Lillard outside. Pass to Plumlee. To the inside, and stolen by Love. Lillard against Irving. Here's Thompson. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. 11 points in the game. You look at Aminu.
Get over here, guys. Hustle up. Let's talk. Our defense on Kyrie has got to be better, guys.
Coaching staff.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Davis is checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Thompson. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Irving attacking. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Here's Turner. Rebound Love. Love's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Smith outside. Pass to LeBron. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And it's 9 points for LeBron.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Case tonight of a game where a team does everything right. Fluid offense, lockdown defense. It's the kind of game you wish you could play every night.
The shot by Turner, no good. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. Yep, that one goes. And that's 11 points for LeBron.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches. And if you go back 3 seasons, the Cavs, they have the second youngest roster in the league. 2 consecutive #1 overall picks. And then fast forward to the present, this is a veteran-laden team with its sights squarely set on championship.
Dunleavy's shot is off. It's McCollum on the wing to halt the run. And Irving pulls it down. And think about that 2014 draft. The Cavs had less than a 2% chance at the #1 pick, and somehow they land Wiggins.
Yeah, and who can know if LeBron comes back to Cleveland without that asset? Sometimes Lady Luck smiles on you. The Ohio faithful grateful for some good fortune after over 50 years of waiting.
Come on, gentlemen. Let's go. Our defense on Kyrie has got to be better, guys. Am I starting?
Lillard's checked in for Turner. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Channing Frye's checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for Mike Dunleavy. Amon Shumpert's checked in for Smith. And it's Williams in for Irving.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the city of Cleveland still aglow from their first major professional sporting title in over 52 years.
They waited a lifetime, Kevin. In the end, it was a native son, LeBron James, who returned to lead them to glory. You just couldn't script it any better.
Now, here's Lillard. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and Lillard throws it down.
Well, he can shoot the three, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
Williams kicks to Shumpert. The feed to Fry. He dishes it to Jefferson. Williams from outside, nailed from three-point land. Williams has got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Yeah, Lillard is fearless, able to take that hit and calmly knock one down and one.
And you look back, and some players haven't really loved playing in the Northwest. You might include LaMarcus Aldridge in that category, but Damian Lillard certainly has embraced it.
Well, if it couldn't be Oakland for the hometown Warriors, Damian Lillard enjoying his time in the Pacific Northwest. He seems like one of those guys just not drawn to the bright lights and glitz and glamour of the league. He wants to get down to business and get to work. Plays with a chip on his shoulder coming out of Weber State. He doesn't mind that small town atmosphere and those incredible fans the Blazers have had for years.
Thompson, he's checked in for James.
Well, a former 5-star recruit, won a championship in college. Plumlee still finding his way a little bit here in the pros.
Williams against Lillard. Outside Williams. From deep. Misses the shot. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Cleveland's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Lillard and McCollum, the explosive backcourt pair. Allen Crabbe out there with Davis. And it's Plumlee in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And for Portland, they're shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Crabbe, no good. And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Anderson dishes to Shumpert. Back to Anderson. They set the pick. Feeds to Williams. Fires from deep. Good on the three-point shot. Williams has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Cavs. And Portland has possession. Lillard outside. Takes it from 10, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, defender a little bit off balance against Lillard, and most defenders are, let's face it, results in a trip to the free throw line.
McRae's checked in for Cleveland.
Well, the Blazers have retooled their roster over the last season, but you have to be impressed with the job that they've done to remain competitive.
Now, here's Fry. Shot's good by Williams.
You know, you hear that A word all the time, aggressive, and sometimes just being that can turn your game around. He's been that in the second half, their go-to guy here.
Williams against Lillard. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. That's called on Channing Frye.
The 6th pick in the 2012 draft from a small school, no less. It just doesn't matter. Lillard came in and won the Rookie of the Year.
And Brett, you look at the Blazers staying relevant. Who do you give the most credit to? Front office, coaching staff, or the players?
Well, I always think of that, Kevin, in terms of when you win a basketball game, usually it's not just one player. So for Portland and the foundation of what they've built, the general manager, certainly Terry Stotts in the system, and the guys accepting their role all deserve a bit of credit for what they're going to be moving forward.
And since halftime, he just doesn't have a clue when it comes to shooting.
Williams with a clean look. A three-pointer off the mark.
Man, just imagine how much they'd be up by, guys, if his shot was going in.
Count it, good. 10 points for C.J. McCollum.
And if you don't watch him enough, you got to understand that C.J. McCollum on the inside has the skill set to still score.
Williams kicks to Dunleavy. Passes it to Fry. Jacks up a three. Buries the long-range jumper.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Williams against Lillard. And Channing Frye gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Plummer. Leonard comes in for Ed Davis. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for McCollum. And it's Napier in for Lillard.
And that's his forte. Crab with perfect shot mechanics and tremendous range on that three.
McRae passes to Fry. There's the dish to Dunley. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around. Brent, they say the elite big man in the middle is a dying breed. What do you think? Any truth to that?
How about the birth of the new big man?
Well, I would say so, too.
I just don't like to be so pessimistic about what it is that we used to see.
You see cycles, right? In the league, we always see cycles.
Absolutely. So I'm more of one of those guys, glasses half full. So let's celebrate the versatility, the mobility, and the incredible talent of the young players at their size being able to be as effective as they are in the NBA.
Now here's Williams, and there's the foul. It'll go on Shabazz Napier. That's his first foul.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
And Cleveland making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
Now, Coach has to be proud on how that play turned out. Brilliant set there to get the open look.
Here's Napier. He's guarded by Williams. Anderson with the block. They retain possession. Crab, no good. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. McRae kicks to Fry. Outside Jefferson. He feeds it to Williams. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
And he's not a guy you can give open looks to. The D has to be better. Got to learn a lesson there.
Tries from 16. The rebound by Ezeli. Ezeli's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Vonleh. Jefferson with some nice D.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Iman Shumpert's checked in for McRae. And so it's Cleveland with it. Now Shumpert. To the middle. He's looking for Williams and finds him. Here's Anderson. Portland grabs the miss. 1:15 left to play here in the fourth.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Cavaliers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less
in your song wasn't working. Ran into this young Joan, tell her come home. She asked for a check. I said, "Is you working?" Now every time she call, I don't even pick up. I just hit her with the text line.
Don't bother me, I'm working. Don't bother me.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Working.
Yeah, put your hands together.
Don't bother me, I'm working. Don't bother me, I'm working.
Yeah, I ain't finished. I ain't finished.
Don't work.
I do this for B.I.G. so.
Live from New York at the home of the Knicks, it's the NBA. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA presented by 2K Sports for this Thursday afternoon game. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for Cleveland, Smith and LeBron filling out the wings. Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. And it's Irving at the five.
And that's the Derrick Rose of old. Full speed ahead and bursting to the rim.
And GA, after being such a fixture in the city of Chicago and for so long, Joakim Noah signing with his hometown team, the Knicks, in the last offseason, a bit of a bittersweet end of his time with the Chicago Bulls. A lot of moving parts in his time with Chicago.
Yeah, and, you know, his playing time had dwindled, and it was just, I think, in everyone's best interest for him to move on. It's a great fit in New York, both with the team and the pulse of the city. Clearly was still valued highly around the league as it took a sizable contract to put him in that Knick uniform.
And you have to give credit to Derrick Rose. He has improved a great deal in his ability to reduce mistakes in his ball handling. Always has had, Steve, great handle, but now he is just avoiding bad situations, it seems.
You know, at times when you have that experience, you played for a while, the game slows down. And I think for Derrick Rose, he's getting a chance to see the game at a speed that he's so comfortable, knowing that he needs teammates to win basketball games, and he is doing a nice job of not turning it over.
Here's Rose. The Cavaliers making the shot. Here's Porzingis. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Lee with the steal. Knocked loose. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And the pass to Porzingis. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, he certainly came out swinging. Only the first period, he's already picked up 2 fouls. Might need to ease up a bit now.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Just 5 to shoot. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
Nice pass by Derrick Rose, spotting a wide open guy from the corner of his eye.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. He said this will be a great mental challenge for his team. He told me he looks forward to games like this, saying the team we're facing really knows how to execute on offense. And when we're firing on all cylinders, we can do the same. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you so much. And guys, how do you view coach's strategy in terms of limiting those shooters?
Well, I think he knows how dangerous they can be if they get hot. So it's a sound approach. Defensively, though, they have to stick like glue to those guys.
And also, they must put pressure on the basketball. The passes have been too easy getting to the shooters.
And one thing about Kristaps Porzingis, you know he can overcome adversity. I mean, he was booed heavily on draft day for not being the selection the fans wanted. And you know what? Didn't let it bother him and didn't take it personal. All he did was go out and win over every fan of the New York Knicks imaginable. And he made a few more. Just a spectacular rookie campaign. And I just tell you guys, the sky is the limit for this young man.
Now here's Love, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. There's a screen by Williams. And that one's good by LeBron.
You want to try to keep LeBron from carving you up inside, but he can tee it up from outside as well.
And for Porzingis getting booed on draft day, that can leave a sour taste in a lot of players' mouths, but he understood it, and he just uses it as motivation.
Kevin, give him credit. A lot of players may let that distract them or detract from who they are, but not Porzingis. That exciting play, though, quickly won over any critics he may have had.
And here's Love following Porzingis' three. Love kicks to Williams. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
The vision of Love, the willingness to make the extra pass, just more reasons why he's so dangerous in this offense.
Now here's Anthony. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. To the left side wing. Noah with a screen on Thompson. Porzingis passes to Noah. Back to Porzingis. Williams against Rose. High post try. Bank shot. No good.
I like that shot for him, though. Very little defensive pressure. He typically rises up and buries that.
No one near James as he lets it go. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Rose against Williams. Rose dishes to Carmelo. Back to Rose. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
That's about as violent as a rim rocker as it gets. A real confidence builder.
And the Cavs back in 2014, bringing in LeBron and bringing in Kevin Love, arguably the best single-season upgrade at the position at that forward spot in NBA history.
It changed everything, but it hasn't all been smooth sailing. There's only one basketball. They're still developing their rapport on the floor, but I think their skills do complement each other.
Now Rose. Mo Williams missing from long range. Porzingis can't hit. LeBron outside. Kicks to Williams. Love outside. Smith on the wing. LeBron outside. Out left to the wing. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Knicks leading by 5. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And stolen by Love. He dishes it to James. It's stolen by Anthony. Goes up, and Lee with the stuff.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession.
And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team.
He sat us down, maybe.
When someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
There's no doubt about that. Dubbed the new Big Three along with Kyrie. I think if they just keep following LeBron's advice, the sky's the limit.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Yeah, they were in total lockdown mode there. Can they keep it up for their entire game? It remains to be seen.
We've got Lance Thomas, Kyle O'Quinn out there with Jennings, and it's Holiday in at the 2 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Takes the 13-footer. Here's O'Quinn, and O'Quinn slams it in.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Pure hustle and will out there. He wanted the ball more, and he went up and got it with some style.
And Holiday kicks to O'Quinn. Back to Holiday. Out to the right wing. Just 5 on the clock. There's Jennings with the 3. The shot, no good. And Cleveland the other way now. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kyrie Irving is an elite offensive player at his position, but he's trying to improve his focus at the defensive end. He said, I was always that guy getting called out on film. You get tired of it after a while. It's all about effort. You want to be a guy that your teammates trust. Kevin, we know that point guard is one of the most stocked positions in the league. They need Irving to stay locked in.
Definitely a lot of responsibility at that point guard position. They don't get many nights off. Absolutely not. Thanks, D.A.
And LeBron James achieving the highlight of his career, helping lead the Cavs to their first title in franchise history, and Cleveland's first title in over 50 years. Really hard to overstate what it meant to the city and his legacy.
And stolen by Thomas. Here's O'Quinn. Here's Holiday. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Knicks lead by 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
No one near Jennings as he lets it fly. Oh, good on the triple. And there's been a lot of negativity, Greg, directed LeBron's way. Cavs fans who felt betrayed when he left, analysts who questioned his greatness. What does that 2016 title now do to them?
I think it changes a lot, especially for those in Cleveland. For the analysts who question LeBron's place in history, I think his 2 titles in Miami had already done a lot to cement his reputation.
Let's go. Hustle up. Start it. LeBron is single-handedly keeping this team alive.
How things are going on right now.
You know what? You constantly have to be making adjustments in this league if you want to stay on your game.
So both teams making some changes here. Up top, Jennings. He's covered by Irving. Holiday against Shumpert. Hernan Gomez passes to Thomas. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Wow, embarrassing error in judgment. Gives up the possession without a fight.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Love's checked in. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough.
Oh, did you see that?
How about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
That could be a game changer. That jam just sent shockwaves through the arena.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
Outstanding job looking for his teammate and connecting with him with a flawless pass.
Irving kicks to Love. It's rebounded by New York.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Those types of shots are low quality. You're not going to win too many friends on that one.
Derrick Rose still trying his best to be a healthy player in the NBA. Injuries certainly, Steve, have played a factor in all his seasons since 2012. Hard for him, it seems, at times to get a rhythm, missing so much time.
It is, and a rhythm is what you have to have when you're shooting the basketball. A lot of his time off is used to rehab that knee. And then now you get a chance to get the knee 100%. Now you have to play basketball. So for him doing both at the same time, it's been hard.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
.139 left to play here in the second quarter. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Cavaliers trail by 6 to the paint. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Love. 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finally finding the range here in the second.
Rose dishes to Anthony. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Look out. He's starting to find the range in this second period.
And for Carmelo Anthony, one thing that he doesn't get enough credit for is, Greg, his rebound.
And Melo's never been a bad rebounder, but in the past few seasons, you can see he's emphasized that more active in terms of closing out on possessions, has a great base and wide shoulders to secure position on the box out.
Thompson with the rebound.
The defense knows he loves that in-between area and closed out fast.
Dunleavy. They grabbed their own miss. You can't get that one to fall. New York leading by 6. Rose up on top, covered by Irving. And good that time. 8 points for Rose.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Yep, that one goes.
That's outstanding decision making there to change his shot and find an open teammate for an easy basket.
Over in the corner, Porzingis. Back to Rose. That's to Porzingis. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
When he's that close inside and the defender is giving up that much height, it's over.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
And we've finished one half of basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
First half in the books. There was no stopping Kristaps Porzingis in the first half. He had 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he is round. And that about wraps it up.
Welcome back to New York City with all its buses and cars, cabs, people, all the hustle and bustle. This is truly the city that never sleeps. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
Just awesome on-court awareness, knowing when to take it to the hole as well as dish it out. That's why he is such a crucial member to this team.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. Smith and LeBron filling out the wings. And it's Irving in at the point guard position. Smith, no luck.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Well, we know the NBA has always valued scorers, guys that can put the ball in the basket and get paid to do it and do it well and do it a lot. You think, Steve, the great defenders are still undervalued in this NBA?
Yeah, I think so. I think people don't understand from my day to now, because of the new rules, no hand checking, no touching. You have guys now that's a premium to be able to guard some of these guys. The way they're scoring the basketball, you need more guys that can defend at an elite level than I think you did in the past.
Harder to play good defense or good offense?
I think harder to play good defense right now because you can't touch.
Right.
Guy coming at you, full speed, just a sleight of hand touch, it's a foul now.
So more effort, more hustle required on that end.
More team defensive minded right now, I think, as well.
Thompson against Noah. Rose passes to Lee. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 10. In the corner, Irving with it. Shot from the wing, and that one goes long.
And this is not how they wanted to start out the second half. Just 1 for 4 so far.
Deep 2 from Anthony. Rebound by Smith. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. From deep, LeBron. That shot off. The Knicks go the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Shot on the wing. Here's Noah. The feed to Anthony. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. Anthony's got the lead up to 13 now for New York.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And another miss by Cleveland.
If you're trying to figure out why these guys can't catch up, his inconsistent shooting is a good place to start.
Porzingis kicks to Lee. And stolen by LeBron. The Cavaliers trail by 13. And they double him up with LeBron. Here's Love. Nails the 16-footer. Love's got his second basket.
Keeping his head on a swivel. LeBron.
And that's how we play the game. Bring it in. Let's go. I like what I see out there, fellas.
We're pretty fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And everyone knows that the Knicks have been committed to the triangle offense. Not the easiest offense to run or learn Greg Anthony, but they are staying with it.
And I think for the foreseeable future, that is going to be the plan. I mean, their roster can work with it, but it hasn't been easy thus far. You wonder if the offense has simply fallen out of favor due to the up-tempo nature of the modern NBA.
Mo Williams is checked in for Kyrie Irving.
As good as LeBron is at drawing fouls, still only a career 75% free throw shooter. Boy, what if he could raise that average?
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Dunleavy's checked in for Cleveland. The drive by Jennings, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And from the line a season ago, 73%.
Shumpert against Holiday. Shumpert dishes to Williams. Here's the screen. Back to Shumpert. There's the triple. Cleveland gets it back. Jennings with the steal. Holiday with it. Now guarded by Shumpert. And Holiday kicks to Thomas. Outside Holiday. And Shumpert pulls it down.
And see, he had his momentum going forward, but really didn't need to lean in there. He was wide open.
Outside Williams. Now Dunleavy. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Just 5 to shoot. Shumpert. Again, Shumpert missing.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
There are good threes, and there are bad threes.
Here's Hernan Gomez, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint.
Oh, the big man rocking the rim. Good aggressive finish right there.
And usually he leaves those to his teammates.
Well, he saw an opportunity to slam it down, and he seized it.
Holiday, the pass to Jennings. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday. Jennings has got 7 points here in this quarter. And so here's Cleveland, 15-point game. Pass to Dunleavy. It's tipped, and O'Quinn sends it back. And here's Jennings, the fast break opportunity. That one goes. Count it. Jennings has got 9 points here in the second half.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Here's Dunleavy. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
Jennings kicks to Lee. From beyond the arc, Cavaliers with the rebound. Outside jumper. The screen from Thompson. Here's Dunleavy. No good. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Melo and Porzingis, the two stars at the forward spots. Derrick Rose is out there with Lee, and it's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
Leaving the defense shell-shocked at this point. LeBron having one of his nights.
Irving against Rose. Jefferson with some nice D. The Cavaliers shooting around 40% from the floor here. Passes to Thompson. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Rose kicks to Anthony. The Cavaliers pull it in. LeBron's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Dishes it to Irving. Shoots. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Noah's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Rose. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Derrick Rose has a skill of getting fouled, drawing the defense, and loving the contact.
And a bit of an end of an era when Joakim Noah left Chicago. Many figured he'd be a Bull for life, but with a reduced role and issues with others in the organization, Steve, it seemed like the writing was on the wall.
Yeah, for Joakim Noah, one of those guys you just said, hey, he's always going to be there. But I think the injuries and then being able to play at a high level without Joakim Noah, he'll definitely be missed. But it was just time for Joakim Noah to move on.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. And Thompson kicks to Love. Inside, Irving. That falls. Great assist by Love. Love's got his 4th assist in this one.
One of the best small men in the league at attacking inside, Kyrie Irving.
Rose passes to Porzingis. But they'll get another chance. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. It's deflected. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Bring it in. Take a seat.
Talented scorer certainly Smitty in the NBA, but he feels the pressure, I think, to try to tighten the screws in his game defensively.
You don't get many nights off defensively at the point guard position in today's NBA. That position is very deep. No excuses, though. To be great, you've got to get it done at both ends.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He was not happy with their shot selection, and he let them know about it. He said, we're taking low percentage shots, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, and work for those shots in the flow of the offense. Stay with the plan. We'll see if they can get it going.
And here are the Knicks now. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Shumpert's checked in. Love with a wide open look. Off target with his 3.
Surprising. He usually puts the dagger in your heart. That wide open from 3.
Rose dishes to Carmelo. Rose against Shumpert. Rose, no good.
If his shots were just a little more on point tonight, they'd be holding a much bigger lead right now.
Shumpert, no good. The Knicks leading by 8. He in the posts, covered by Smith, and stolen by Love. Smith against Lee. Smith kicks to Love. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Porzingis.
The 5th pick in the 2008 draft, Kevin Love entered the league with a maturity well beyond his years.
The Knicks have gone 0 of 6 in the 4th quarter. Disastrous start to the period. Rose double teamed. Out to Anthony. Takes a 3. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 7th assist in the game. LeBron outside. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. Thompson, a screen on Anthony. Here's James. And another miss by Cleveland.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Beautiful pick. Ugly shot.
Here's Anthony. Left side, Porzingis. Outside Anthony. Lets it go.
Great positioning to contest that shot. Love's a better defender than he gets credit for.
Lets it go from deep. Anthony's shot is off. The Cavaliers trail by 9. James outside. Smith outside. And he swishes it right through.
Not the best possession, but somehow they got the shot to fall.
The Knicks leading by 7. Outside Jennings, stolen by Thompson. And even 3-on-3 break. Smith wide open, he fires. And it's Smith again missing. Stolen by Thompson.
It's going to take something special for them to come back now.
They can't worry about that. They need to find the quickest shot possible.
1:02 left here in the fourth quarter. In the corner, Smith with it. Nails it! And now they trail by just 4.
This is what you love about JR, the confidence in the big moment.
Outside Jennings, Anthony on the wing. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And Cleveland making a change here. Jefferson's checked in, and he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Big shots there. They are clearly...
Bring it in, guys.
Cavaliers
let's
call
get a good
time
look.
here. They're trailing by 6. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Love against Porzingis. Here's Jefferson. Good. And now they trail by just 4.
That's just terrific ball movement to get his teammate a wide open shot.
And stolen by Love. Smith the pass to Thompson. Back to Smith. No good on the 3.
I don't know what's happened to him in this second half, but he's been terrible from deep.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
No luck that time either. Timeout called Cleveland. They're behind by 4. There's 21 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
You know what? It isn't over yet. A quick score and a foul?
It's not impossible, but very improbable to say the least.
And the Cavaliers with possession. They're on a 16-7 run. And Jefferson wide open. He shoots, buries it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
You know I love that crunch time. This is where the big-time players are made.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They trail by 3. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Smith for 3. Misses the 3. To tie it up. Can't get the 3 to fall. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
In the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking. 2 shots. No luck that time either. Love. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up. So a close game sees New York take this.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you so much, Kevin. And with this one in the books, we're ready to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
Man, he took his game to another level tonight. He wasn't hanging in the background. He was their alpha dog. And he got the crowd going wild.
He had a solid night from the field. He showed great focus, hit on over 50% of his attempts, and made many of those shots with guys draped all over him.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.
A Stella Maxwell right beside of me. A Ferrari, I'm buying 3. A closet of Saint Laurent, get what I want when I want, cause this hunger is driving me, yeah. I just need to be alone. I just need to be at home. Understand what I'm speaking on. If time is money, I need a loan.